Okay, so what do we mean by the pCO2 and etCO2 gradient? So understand that pCO2 is something which you are measuring in the blood, and etCO2 is something which you are measuring from the endotracheal tube, which is coming out. So it's in the airway. So how this pCO2 becomes the etCO2? So for this, the pCO2, carbon dioxide dissolved in the blood, has to reach the alveolar capillaries, and from the alveolar capillaries it diffuses across the membrane endothelium, and then it crosses the alveolus and then comes into the airway. So this path they had to travel. So we are measuring the pCO2 in the blood, which is the in your plasma, and the carbon dioxide in the airway system. So normal gradient is somewhere around 2 to 6 mm of Hg. So what happens if this gradient increases? Means suppose there is a carbon dioxide in the blood, but the same carbon dioxide in the airway is not increasing, it is decreasing as compared to what is there in the blood. So this happens means the gap widens because of the dead space increasing. So what are the conditions in which the dead space can increase? Dead space means the alveoli where they are ventilated, but blood is not reaching there. So this can happen in pulmonary embolism. Suppose in pulmonary embolism there is no blood flow, and therefore there will be pCO2 in the blood, but low pCO2 in the airway. So this is one condition. Secondly, low cardiac output states, low ejection fractions. So the blood is not flowing properly, or blood flow is slow. So that's why pCO2 cannot get diffused to the alveoli. Then you have condition in which you have put the patients on high pressure ventilation, like high PEEP, inverse ratio ventilation, permissive hypercapnia is there, and ARDS conditions where the capillaries are sort of what you can say are crushed to some extent because of the high pressure, and therefore because of the redistribution of the flow, they cannot pass through the alveoli and get into the airway. Then in emphysematous chest also, if the dynamic hyperinflation or autopeep generates, then there can be also conditions where the alveoli get crushed, alveoli capillaries can get crushed because the pressure in the alveoli, and then because it's a single layer endothelium is there in the alveolar capillary, so they get crushed and the pCO2 is not able to diffuse from the alveoli to the capillaries to the alveoli. So remember that an increase in the gradient between pCO2 and etCO2 more than 6 mm Hg is a indicator your dead space is increasing, and then you need to find out what could be the cause of this increased dead space. So do read more about it. Thank you.